What's up guys, Justin here with TheSketchUpEssentials.com. So in today's video we're going to check out an extension for SketchUp that allows you to put all of your menus in one place and access them from your screen. Let's go ahead and just jump into it. Alright, so Pi for SketchUp is an extension that you can download from SketchUcation. Author is Rich O'Brien. You can currently download this one, and what they've said is this one is in beta right now, so you can download it for free and you can use it. I'm sure at some point this will probably transition to a paid extension, but for now you can download that from SketchUcation. I will link to that in the notes down below. And basically what it does is within SketchUp, it gives you the ability to pop up a menu that allows you to access different extensions inside of SketchUp. So, for example, what I've done is I've linked this to my J key on my keyboard. That'll pop this up, and then I can select a tool. So let's say I wanted the tape measure tool. I can select that. I could also select like the scale tool, really any of the tools that are in here directly from this menu. And so a couple things about this that make it usable. So the first thing is you're going to want to tie this to a keyboard shortcut. Otherwise it's kind of clunky. So if you come in here and click on this in order to pop up the window, that's just not really, I don't really find that works very well with my workflow. But if you set up a custom shortcut to open this up, then it's going to open up really quickly on your screen. You can just tap that key in order to toggle this on and off. So to do that, you'd go to your window preferences, and then you want to go under your shortcuts and you want to find the Pi menu right here. So extensions, Pi menu, and for me, for the icon menu, I've assigned a keyboard shortcut of J. So you just type the keyboard shortcut in here and click the plus button in order to link that. Now, whenever I tap that J key, it's going to basically pop up this window right here. So you're not limited to the menus that are currently built into this. So notice how I can pop that up with something selected and access a tool really quickly. But let's say I wanted to add a new Pi or edit the Pi that I had active. So for example, I've added this category 3, but there's nothing in it. You can just go up to this button right here in order to add things to that. Notice how this is going to give you the icons for basically your tools that you have loaded, right? So currently I have like Curveloff loaded, I have a joint push pull loaded, I have soap, skin, and bubble. Well, what you can do is you can drag these over here. So let's say, for example, that I wanted a toolbar that had like Fredo's extensions in it, for example. And you may want to be a little bit careful with how many you put in here, but you can go ahead and click and drag these in here like this, right? So I'm going to click and drag these over. Well, now what I can do is I can just tap that J key. You'll notice how those are all going to show up in that menu. And what I could do is I could edit that and I could name it Fredo. So I could just come up in here while I'm in edit mode. I can just type in a value of Fredo or a name of Fredo right here. So then once I'm done with that, I can close out of this or I can go back. Notice how now that's called Fredo. So I can tap the J key and I can toggle, and you can see how I have my tools, my draw, and my Fredo right here. So, and then if you want to toggle this off, just tap that keyboard shortcut again. So what that's going to do is that's going to give you access to any of those tools. So if I select this and then use the J key, I could use like joint push pull, for example, in order to push pull this curved surface out. So this one is interesting to me. There are options in here, by the way, if you go into your settings. So I'm going to close out of this. If you jump into your settings, you can set the order that these are in just by clicking and dragging like this. There's also something which I haven't really tried yet called swipe and gesture, and that's going to allow you to grab and swipe the background left and right to switch between categories. I'm not sure if that works better on touchscreen or what, because I haven't really tested it, but you might want to think about playing around with that. So you can also import and export different Pi menus that you've created. So you can use this in order to toggle or set those up and then move them between different computers, other things like that. So leave a comment below, let me know what you think about this tool, if it might fit in your workflow. For me, I could see this working if I was doing a bunch of extension work or something like that and I didn't want to manage all the different menus. That could be a good way to kind of keep those in place. It works a lot like some of the Blender menus that I'm seeing on some of their add-ons. But I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below. As always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks, guys.